Yes, hello and welcome to the next Lukozer retro game review video. For this one it is Storm, which was released by Mastertronic in 1986. Obviously Commodore 64 still. And looking at this title page, you kind of get the impression that this could be a bit of a Gauntlet clone. Well, you'd be right to think that, because that's exactly what it is. Now, I did have this game back in the day, and I completely forgot all about it until actually I was flicking through the Polar Adventurist channel, and I saw that he did a review of it. Well, not a review, you know, a gameplay video of it. And yeah, I was suddenly reminded of this. And yeah, although I did have it back in the day, I can't for the life of me remember how I ended up getting it. It wasn't copied, I did have it on original. I don't remember buying it. So it must have been bought for me, or probably by my mum or something. No idea why. But I did get it before I saw the review in Zap 64. And I have to say that the Zap 64 review does kind of mirror what I think of it. Anyway, let's get a game underway. So obviously, being a Gauntlet clone, it does have a simultaneous two-player option. And it also starts you off in a bit of an awkward spot, because as you can see, I was completely surrounded by a wall. So anyway, now that the wall is down and the generator's gone, I can do that. I can also pick up the scroll, which is for magic potions, and the key. Right, let's head out. So yes, it's not a scrolling Gauntlet clone, it's flip screen. And to be quite frank, I've already shown you pretty much everything. There is not a great deal here. There's no music in game. The only music is, you know, on the title page, which is by David Whittaker. He also did the sound effects for the game, although they are still quite sparse. There's another scroll picked up. And we just make our way around here. That section above me, all this here, it's all blocked off by this wall. I can't get to it, so I have to go through this door here. And there's food there to get my energy up. Not that I'm particularly low. Okay, can't get around there. We'll go this way then. That generator's blocking the way, but not for long. And that rock is blocking the way, so I can't get to those in there anyway. In fact, this is the only way I can go. Right, I'll destroy that generator. You don't actually get any points for destroying generators. It just means that particular monsters won't spawn from there. That amulet is basically just another like magic spell that I can cast. Magic does exactly the same thing as it does in the in Gauntlet. It just kills all enemies on screen. But it grab that. Triggered a trap, which means that some of the walls have now disappeared. Yeah, the spells destroy all of the enemies, but it doesn't destroy any of the generators. So I use the key that I picked up in the first room. Head up here. Now that item, which you can see, is one of the things I need to collect. So we'll get the magic scroll. What have you found? A jewel filled chest. Okay. And that. There we go. So I need to collect 3 of those snake brooches. I've got 1. Now I have to go back the way I came because, well, I can't go any further here. Which means having to destroy all the generators again, because they all reappear when you go back to a room. Ask me how much of a fan I am of that. So, I mean, okay, unlike Gauntlet, at least there is an actual, you know, fixed goal. It's not just, you know, wander through as many levels as you can and shoot everyone and get to the exit. There is actually an ultimate sort of point to all of this. But like everyone I expect who had this game back in the day, although I very much doubt there were very many people who did, I've never got even close to you know, find or getting to the end of the game. In fact, I've made very little progress at all. So I'm still having to go back the way I came because there's just nothing around here. There's no point shooting that generator. We'll get rid of as many generators as I can though. I can't remember which way I went from here. Okay, let's try this way. Don't remember the rooms. The trouble is, a lot of the rooms look so much alike that, you know, I wouldn't be able to remember them if my life depended on it. I don't think I can get any further, no. Okay, not going up there then. Well, okay, there's some armour. That increases your energy slightly, but your energy only goes up to a certain amount, except it looks like I've accidentally left the fucking trainer on. My energy isn't going down at all. Fuck it. Okay, well, I didn't particularly want to do a version of this with a trainer because I don't like using trainers unless I find the game so stupidly hard that I need to use them in order to actually make any progress. Now, did I get another key? Yes, but it looks like that was wasted because there's fuck all there. The enemies in this game are, to put it mildly, fucking stupid, because they will just blindly go or try and follow you. So I'll tell you what, we'll leave the room and then come back in again. So when they appear, yeah, you can see there's one below me, and now that I've moved here, he'll just follow me back again. And then we come out here, they follow me along, and then follow me back again. So, yeah, AI are 2 letters that really don't apply to this game at all. Well, okay, well let's get the review underway, as there's not really much point in continuing playing it with the trainer for too much longer. Graphically, I think it's fucking hideous. The graphics vary from being staggeringly bland to being fucking horrible. I mean, look at all this shit in the room that I'm sort of walking along in here. What the fuck is that meant to be? And then that up there, it looks like the game has crashed, but no, that is how it's supposed to look. I remember from when I had it back in the day, it always looked like that. And if you look at the screenshots in like the reviews, you know, from Zap and the like, yeah, that's how it looked to them as well. So yeah, this is what the game is supposed to look like, even though it looks like shit. In terms of audio, the sound effects are very sparse. When they do come along, that firing sound in particular is really annoying. The title page music is okay, but it really doesn't suit the game, I don't think. So I get the feeling it's probably just some generic piece of music that David Whittaker was working on, and he just thought, oh fuck it, I'll put it in this. Because, yeah, I mean, the game is not the sort of game that's going to really inspire anybody. So I'm yeah, certainly not surprised that he just seems to have not really done or put a lot of effort into it. So, and that leaves the gameplay. Yes, it's a Gauntlet clone, but it is the most boring Gauntlet clone I've ever fucking played. And what really doesn't help is this awful fucking control system that it has. Instead of just, you know, moving around, you know, left, right, up, down, you know, as normal, you have walk forward and then you have turn left or right. So you're constantly walking forward and then rotating. And in a game, well, a Gauntlet style game where you're supposed to need, you know, to be able to get around fairly quickly, it's just, you know, who the fuck came up with that idea? And it may also explain why the enemy creatures just seem to come along, you know, not that quickly. Has that been implemented in order to allow the control method they've chosen to work? Well, how about dropping this shitty control method, so, you know, in favour of just the more standard type, and then making the action a bit faster? No, they didn't bother with that one. Let's go back up here. It's also very fucking sloppily coded. All this bullshit about how the generators, you know, respawn each time you go back into a room. Well, that just says to me they couldn't be bothered to program whatever was needed in order to have the game remember what had and hadn't been destroyed in each room. So it's just a case of, oh fuck it, just have everything come back as soon as you walk into the room again. Yeah, that's just, yeah, fucking lazy. On top of that, the game is fucking boring. It just does not have anything going for it. Why did they choose, this is the starting room again, why did they choose to make it flick screen? Why couldn't they have made it a scroller? It's not as if Mastertronic, you know, hadn't released games that were able to, you know, scroll. They had plenty of them. Now there's a way out, yeah, with, I could use one of my snake brooches, but it's sealed up by that fucking wall. I say one of my snake brooches, I've only got one, but there you go. So yeah, I am not impressed with this game at all. It looks hideous. The in-game sounds are pretty dreadful. It's boring to play. Yeah, so I can't get any further than this. Sometimes the walls have a section which you can, you know, trigger a trap with, but yeah, fucked if I can see it. So obviously you can't get any further than that. And with the 2-player mode, what happens when one of you leaves the room, all the other exits then close, so you have to obviously, you know, go the same way as the other player, which makes sense, but it also shows what a bad choice it was to make the game flick screen instead of a scroller. I don't know if I've got the right key to get down through here. No. Okay, well there you go. I've rather had enough of this. So that is Storm then for Commodore 64. A really, really bland and boring Gauntlet clone with an awful control method. It is not at all interesting to play. Certainly isn't exciting. It looks hideous. Doesn't sound particularly good. It just doesn't have anything going for it. I mean, if you are a sort of hardcore fucking Gauntlet fan, and I know there are some out there, then you may have liked it back in the day, but I mean these days, no. Why would you waste your time? So I give it 1 out of 10 because the David Whittaker tune at the start is okay, and that is really about it. The game doesn't have anything else to make you want to play it more than once, or even once. So there you go. Storm for Commodore 64, 1 out of 10. Don't waste your time with it. The thing is, it's so boring that I couldn't even, you know, can't even do a fucking major rant about the thing, because it's just fuck all here. It is just... let's see if we can get through... I need 3 snake brooches. I've only got 1. Well, there you go. Right, well that's quite enough for me. So there you go. Yeah, don't bother with this game. It's fucking bollocks, really. That brings this review to an end, and we'll see you in the next one.